Namaste, Losties. We've just watched the premiere of Season 5. Welcome to the official Lost fan show from Sky One. Look who's here. It's Paul Terry, the editor of the official Lost magazine. Or have they sacked you yet?
No, it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
And everyone, this is what he looks like. It's Geeky Tom.
Hello.
We've just watched Lost. Excellent.
Yeah, just a little.
Tom?
It was confusing but good.
Let's have a look at the cliffhanger. This is Ms. Hawking doing her thing. Now, at what point... Tom was the first one to shout who it was, I think, when we viewed this initially. At what point did you realise who 'twas?
It's that little tuft of white hair that's coming out of a little cow.
Well, I thought it was the funny butcher that we'd seen earlier.
Yeah. Well, I knew she was going to be in it just because I spoilt it for myself on the internet.
You spoiled yourself on the internet. Now, she's interestingly, she's using an Apple III. And being the computer geek I am, I know that was available between 1980 and 1984. So,
oh my god.
Yeah. Why was she using a rubbish old computer like that?
I was going to say, surely there's been advances in computing.
But she's using a lot of old stuff. Chalk there on the pendulum.
Suddenly it's taken this really quite bizarre but intriguing route. Yeah.
Where the hell is this?
Any luck?
Yes,
Really?
really. What about you?
I'm having some difficulty.
Oh, you better get busy, because you only have 70 hours.
What? No, that's not enough time. I need at least...
What you need is irrelevant. 70 hours is what you've got.
She first popped up in flashes before your eyes in season 3.
Yeah.
But yes, in the Desmond episode where he's a monk,
Yeah.
and on the desk of the head monk, I don't know what the term is.
Headmaster monk.
Yes,
Yeah.
is
Pope monk.
the Pope monk is a picture of her,
Yeah.
implying that she's the mother of the head monk.
Right.
Now, here's what I initially said, then retracted it when we watched this episode previously,
Oh,
but
yeah,
now I've
yeah,
thought
yeah.
it again.
Right.
She's Faraday's mum, and that's in Oxford.
Really?
Why not?
I don't know, it just looks a bit more monastery-like than Oxford University.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is her connection with the island then?
I just think she like knows everything about it, can track it wherever it goes.
Good to see her back, shall we say. It's
Yeah,
also good to see a lot of the Losties unstuck in time.
Think of the island like a record, spinning on a turntable. Only now, that record is skipping. Whatever Ben Linus did down at the Orchid Station, I think it may have dislodged us.
So they're jumping through time. I thought that when Ben turned the shoddy-looking wheel, that they would just jump into a specific place in time, but they are jumping through time.
Yeah, but you said that. Who's moving through time? Is the island moving through time, and are they stationary at that point, or are they moving through time, but the island is staying at that point?
I don't think we know yet, really.
It's a bit of a...
Well, then, we do know.
Go on then.
They're moving through time. The Losties are moving through time because there's the bit when Ethan Rom, other man, shoots Locke. Don't turn your face up, roll your eyes at me just 'cause I've done something clever.
Yeah, that's all right.
When Ethan Rom shoots John Locke in
Right.
the leg and is about to shoot him again,
Yeah.
but then he doesn't jump through time.
Yeah, but think of it like, okay, like this is the island,
Yeah.
and like,
here we go.
I don't know.
Go on, use it.
It's Locke. Turn around.
Okay.
This looks a bit more, professional.
Yeah.
But, so, time, are they moving through time and the island is sort of like moving underneath them, or is the island moving underneath them while they're stationary? That's what I can't get my head around.
That's
Which
why
thing is
they
stationary?
don't know
Yeah,
yet, do they?
I've
Okay,
explained,
where did
I've
the-
just explained time travel on...
But the island physically moved at the end of the last season. It physically moved.
Correct.
Is it
but through
possible?
time, so how can you physically...
Time and space.
Yeah.
TARDIS. How?
Ziggy.
So there is a possibility at some point that the Losties could encounter the Losties.
Well, that's happened on loads of time travel stuff, isn't it? You've had we don't want to bring up Red Dwarf again for your sake.
Oh,
you know.
God, no, don't.
But that's what are the time travel things where you met yourself, or can they meet themselves? How's that gonna? Come on, you are like the resident time travel expert.
I've been out of practice, so it's making my head hurt.
Well, what did you say? String theory. It's like
I didn't say anything about string theory because that's nothing to do with time travel, isn't it?
Faraday mentioned the strings.
Oh no, sorry, not string theory. A piece of string.
Yeah.
So elaborate on that.
I don't think what. Well, I know that it's the rules, isn't it? Where he said that there's a set of rules which you cannot break, which is basically time travel is a constant, which you can't change time, except for, obviously for Desmond, he's special, who can send memories back. You're doing this thing where you just let me ramble for ages.
I'm listening. So I then want to bring up then what in the beginning of the episode 1, why is Faraday then working underground with Dr. Marvin Candle and doing all that? So does he think he's influencing time, or is he?
But has he been going through time?
I think
unwittingly, or
I think that's a shot from the future point in the show where the incident in the hatch, or when they built it or something.
That's the thing, we don't know which bits what time frames we're looking at.
Okay. Well, can I just say, having been on the island of Hawaii on the set of Lost and seen them filming episode 9, I sort of know what happens. I sort of know.
You bugger.
But I've signed a $5 million contract that says if I tell anyone, I can get sued by Disney. So, Paul, let's pick some favourite clips. What was your favourite moment?
Oh, Desmond. Absolutely, the return of Desmond. Come on!
Whoa! Don't shoot. Then you best explain why you've been banging on my door for the last 20 minutes, brother.
It must have happened in the past that he saw Faraday.
Well, that's what we're freaking out about.
No, but that's the whole point, is that he's special, he's different.
Right.
He can obviously change his own destiny.
Okay. So where Faraday's saying you can't change time, except when it concerns Desmond.
He can, and he sent himself a memory 3 times.
Well, no, it's a brilliant turn of phrase.
It's the ultimate email, isn't it?
Yeah. He sent himself a memory,
so good,
and that's when Desmond springs up. But they've obviously got some kind of special relationship, the Faraday and the Desmond, because Desmond is Faraday's constant.
He wrote in his book, didn't he? He said Desmond will be your constant.
Obviously, he meets up with Desmond, and then he writes everything down in that book, so later on in the island he can remember it.
We see Faraday, we mentioned, is working with Marvin Candle. Does he somehow learnt how to control the time?
But is he working with him, or is he just there? Is he actually working with him, or is he just kind of there?
I think they're doing something. They have a plan.
This station is being built here because of its proximity to what we believe to be an almost limitless energy. And that energy, once we can harness it correctly, it's going to allow us to manipulate time.
When they did the scan of the wall, there was another one of those donkey wheels in there.
Well, I thought that was the original donkey wheel.
Yeah, I thought that was
but that was a different hatch. Surely.
There was no hatch there. They hadn't built the hatch.
But they were building the original one, the
Orchid. No, they said there's trouble over at the Orchid. That's under the Orchid.
Oh, I was thinking of the Swan again, wasn't I?
Yeah, you and your swans and orchids, tropical plants, animals.
But surely it was really cold in there rather than hot. So when they were drilling it,
What's your favourite clip, Tom?
Why there's a dead Pakistani on my couch?
Why is there a dead Pakistani on my couch?
We should get some ringtones.
I'm sorry, it's got to be that one.
I'm not going to let you pick that. What's your next favourite?
It's when that horrible Neil guy gets hit with an arrow. Shut up, Neil.
You hear what I just said? We can't even get fire!
Annoying Neil dies in a ball of flame.
That was wicked though. Oh. It was like the orcs attacking, wasn't
it? Yeah, just skipping through time. Do you think there's a chance we're going to see Dr. Arzt again?
I hope so.
Oh, he's my favourite. He's my favourite of all the characters. So Neil gets a flaming arrow in the chest. Who do we think is sending those? Because I think I know who it is.
Well, it's got to be like the others in the sense of when we first met the others. It's very sort of old-fashioned tools.
Very old-fashioned tools. So keep thinking along that line. It's the crew of the Black Rock.
No.
That's why.
Well, no, not completely no. But it seems a bit too. That's going a bit too far back.
Why wouldn't they're jumping through time? It's not just restricted to a 30-year.
I know, but are there restrictions? Maybe the restrictions of your
It seemed like there were 2 time points they're jumping between, isn't there? The one that's at night, which is the plane there? The plane's it's a really old plane, isn't it?
There's several time points at least we can reference here. Yes, okay. So there's the plane crashing. Yeah. There's the plane on the floor. Oh, and there's some soldiers from what looks like the 1940s or 1950s.
That's the thing. I think that's all one time period, and those soldiers are on there, blatantly probably something to do with Widmore.
If you want to contact us, you can send an email to, I've got to get this right because it's a different email address.
Okay.
Lost on Sky 1, it's the number 1, at sky.com. Lost on Sky 1 at sky.com. We've got time to talk about Locke.
Oh, yes.
Always good to see Locke. Looking a little bit old. I thought initially that he wasn't jumping at the same time as the others, and perhaps he still isn't. Although he meets up with Sawyer and Juliet at the end. Is he jumping with them?
Well, that would answer the question, wouldn't it? Whether they're jumping in time or the island is.
Output, again, seems to be in control of stuff. Gives Locke the compass that we see. It is the compass, isn't it, that we see when he meets Baby Locke and says, "Do you recognise these things?"
Oh yeah.
Because it's the compass that he had to choose. What did he choose?
He didn't choose. Oh, wasn't he scribbling a black smoke monster as well when he was a little kid? Yeah. What looked like a black smoke monster.
So well, hang on. Maybe we're closer to answering that. Okay, here's something for you kids to digest.
Go on.
You know Aaron?
Yeah.
Is he Locke? What? Everything I'm saying, I'm getting the laughs today.
No, I like it, but it's a bit...
How else would Baby Locke know about smoke monsters?
I don't know, but why
Aaron was too young, though, to know about smoke monsters. And has Aaron even seen smoke monsters?
As a baby?
What, through the tummy wall?
Oh,
you're an idiot, but...
Tell you what Aaron could be, though. Yeah. Like, Aaron and Son's daughter could be Adam and Eve. Like that.
The Adam and Eve that we saw in Series 1 when they go to the caves.
Yeah.
And they're... Well, I still think the Adam and Eve is Desmond and Penny.
You're really sure of it, aren't you?
$5 million. $5 million.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that. I don't know that. That's only my theory.
Next time we see each other, I'm not going to recognize you. All right?
You give me this.
All right.
What is it?
It's a compass.
What does it do?
It points north, John. And look, I wish I had time to be more sensitive about this because it's a lot to swallow, but you need to know it in order to do what you got to do, so I'm just going to say it, okay? The only way to save the island, John, is to get your people back here.
How does Albert there, when he's talking to Locke, know that the next time they meet, he won't know Locke because that's going to have happened before that point?
Maybe the first time that Albert meets Locke is this next jump where Locke goes, here's a compass, and Albert will have exactly the same compass, and he'll go, oh.
Well, they can't have the same compass. There's only one compass.
Yeah, but how would he know where it would jump to? Yeah, like you say, how would he know that the next time jump would,
And Albert will go like, oh, I've got to keep this compass because later on I'm going to give it to you to give to me. So.
Well,
I don't know.
My mind has been blown, and I hope yours has as well. Okay, we're going to be back with our midweek edition, which is going to be released Wednesday night, just to tide you over until the next episode of Lost on Sky One. We're going to be looking at our scene of the week. And we're going to have your emails, your questions and theories. If you want to get in touch, the email address is lostonsky1 at sky.com. Join us Wednesday night, same place, sky.com/lost. Go on, Paul, do the ending.
Namaste.
Who's got a secret room in a secret room in a regular house in a secret town on a secret island? That's Benjamin Linus. He's also got other secrets, a secret past and a secret love, a secret game with secret guns. Now he lets out his secret monster from the secret room in the secret room in the regular house in the secret town on the secret island. That sounds like Benjamin Linus, who traveled space and time. Benjamin Linus, who's really hard to find. Benjamin Linus. Now look at baby cry as regular Ben Linus. Now look at baby cry as little Benny Linus. Now look at baby cry as actual baby Ben Linus. Never trust the lies.
Henry the Gay, in the numbers, and Miss Benjamin Linus coming for you, and I was born on this island.
Of Benjamin Linus.
Why there's a dead Pakistani on my couch?